What the f? Whoa! You did not play. Oh, there was again! What? Really?
I hear footsteps all over around.
What did it say? That's just my name. Is that what it said? No way. Nathan, get off the right now.
All right, and I believe I fixed the internet problem, so I believe we're good to go. How's everyone doing? I'm hanging out. Josh is going to blow his nose, and then he will be joining us. I think we're good to go now. I think I got all the kinks worked out. We're not losing any more frames. That's good. Cross our fingers. We're good for another 4 hours, and then we'll be good. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Oh, Josh is back. How's it going? Cross our fingers, yes. I am live on YouTube now, and I am holding strong, so we're good. Oh, no, they can't. Hang on. Now they can. I turned on. Hello.
Hello, Clarice.
Times. Alright. Are you going live on your end?
Right away here, yeah. I'm just returning text messages and all this fun stuff.
Oh yes, the pre-stream stuff. I've already done that. I had to oh yeah, I'm losing frames again. I don't know what's going on. That's so weird. I wonder if it looks bad though.
Well, I was watching earlier when you tried, and it looked fine to me.
It looks fine. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing this. I've never had to do this to me before. I'm gonna have to try. I might have to call my internet provider and just be like, "Hey, I'm paying for the top quality internet. Why is it doing this to me?" Looks fine over here. I have it up on my phone. It looks fine. Oh, I'm not losing frames, that's why. It's not doing as bad as it was before. Before I was already at like 1400 frames lost. Now I'm only at like 300, so. I don't know. Weird. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing good tonight. I got Josh on Discord with me. I hope everyone's seen the new video that just came out, because we're both in it. Good times at the Tommy Douglas building. Are you excited for the Duck Lake video?
Me or somebody else?
No, I'm talking to you.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Scary, maybe.
I think it's gonna be great. I got it's pretty quiet on my end. I think it's gonna be a quiet night for me on my end. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I was just watching your stream, and excuse me, this could be an interesting thing. I haven't talked this much in days, so we'll see how my voice holds up. But I was just watching your stream, and it looks fine, and it sounds fine. And I was talking to you, but I had my mic on mute, so you couldn't hear a word I was saying. But, but yeah, no, that's good. I'm gonna start up the TikTok now at 7:30. So
sounds
here we
good.
go.
Hey, there he is. Hey, C. Stainston. How's it going? Have you seen our Tommy Douglas video yet? Sorry, my mic is really loud. Holy. Turn it down. I'm struggling tonight. I've had to restart the stream twice. Whoa, I can hear myself. I can hear myself there. No, I can't now.
See, that's weird. I don't know.
We're good. I can't hear myself. I heard myself for like a second there, and that was it.
Yeah, it's just weird though now, cause
I'm gonna put on push to talk as well.
Can you talk now? Can you hear yourself again?
Yes, I can.
That is weird, because everything is set up like it was before.
See, we're both having problems right now. For technical difficulties on both ends. Crazy. I'm putting on push to talk now. Okay, what's my button? Oh, I gotta set a keybind. Okay, record a keybind. Let's go side mouse button. Nice. Yes,
Hello?
the fact. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know, because right now nobody can hear you on my stream.
Oh, they can. That's so weird.
Oh,
Yes, the fact that Anne talked to you guys even after the live stream was wild, and the stick figure. I know, isn't that crazy though? That's wild, dude. That was such a great investigation. I think that was a good return. I wasn't happy with the second return to the Tommy Douglas building, mainly because I was really sick
what's
for
going on,
that.
TikTokers?
I was really sick for that investigation, and I feel like I
306
could have
Arts, you
done
haven't
a
missed too
better
much yet.
job on that
I
video.
haven't missed much at all. We just got started here.
I'm gonna ask him if we can put push to talk on. Are you able to put push to talk on? Is that
Yeah, I can.
that would be great, thanks. But I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good night. Welcome. We're talking with Josh right now. Josh is here. He's live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube, and we're kind of doing like a cross stream, I guess you could call it. I don't know. It's pretty cool. But yes, I'm really pleased with how the Tommy Douglas Return Part 3 went. Part 2 I wasn't really satisfied with, mainly because when we went there the second time, I was really sick. And I wasn't in the right frame of mind, and I felt like I could have done a better job on that video, which is why I wanted to go back. Being sick sucks, but good job for doing the investigation. Yeah, actually, I was sick for 3 of the investigations that we went on. So I was sick for Tommy Douglas Return, I was sick for the Criddle Farm Return video, I was sick for the Heritage Village video. I was sick for all of those. I was like extremely sick. Doctors had no idea what was wrong with me, and I was getting tested and figured out. Turns out I had something called C. diff, or C. difficile they called it, and it was just awful. It was like the worst time of my life, but it was crazy. It really sucked. I'm not going to lie, it sucked. And yeah, when we went to those locations, my mind wasn't in it. But somehow, that the video at the Heritage Village turned out to be great. It's actually one of my favorite videos. So, but that was an investigation. The Heritage Village, where I almost had to leave. I almost had to walk away from that location because of how sick I was, and the toilets backed up at the location. So, both bathrooms. There's 2 bathrooms. And both overflowed, so I was just like, okay, this is getting crazy, but I stuck it through, and I made the night. Is there another spot you'd like to go back to? I think Heritage Village would be a one I'd like to go back to be honest. I think people want us to go back to that one, and I think if we went back, we could make an actual connection with John. I think that'd be one that I'd like to maybe return to one day. I think definitely Heritage Village, or even Corrobert would be another one. Because I feel like we focused our investigation in the wrong area of the building. I felt like most of the activity was in the judge's chambers, not the courtroom. And we focused everything on the courtroom instead of the judge's chambers. And also we got interrupted by people, so it kind of ruined everything. But let me know how the stream looks. I've been having some internet problems. If you were here earlier and you watched me struggle, then you know why I'm having problems. But it seems to be a whole hell of a lot better than it was earlier. So that video and the stick figures were very active at Heritage. So the thing with the SLS camera, thing that I found out since using it, is not all figures you see on there is paranormal. Some of them are very strange and weird, but not everything is paranormal. Like, sometimes we capture stuff on there, we're like, okay, sure, yeah. And then I cut those parts out, but the ones I think that are maybe something, I usually add, but it's very weird, the SLS camera. It's a great piece of equipment, and we'll probably use it forever on our investigations, but it's also hard to edit into the video. Because not only do I have to work with 2 camera angles to edit in, now I got a third one, and it's so much, it's crazy, but everyone really, really wanted the SLS camera in this video, so I had to add it in. So, we'll try and make room for it in every video. We were going to add it into the Arcola Courthouse, but I made a big mistake, and I accidentally left the camera recording up in the window. So when we drive up to a location, I always have my action camera film, and it shows us pulling up to the location like you see in every single video. But I forgot to hit end record, and when I reviewed the footage, there was like 2 hours of footage of just stale camera footage, and I didn't realize that the camera died because of it, because I forgot to hit end record and turn it off. So we went to go into the location, and we were doing our investigation. It come time to the part where we're like, okay, we're gonna use the SLS camera. I got it all set up, put the camera on top, and I went to hit power on, and it wouldn't power on, and I realized it was dead because I left it recording. So, Arcola Courthouse, we had plans to use it. The camera was dead. So, that's what happened there. Kind of funny, but it sucked. I was so mad. But hey, it is what it is, right? Alright, you ready to go? He's not talking. I can't hear him. I can't hear you if you're talking. What's going on? Is he even live? Another thing that shocked me was when the spirit touched your hand. Are you talking about the
Hello, Curtis.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you. There we go. Now I can hear you.
Woohoo. How's it going?
Good, good.
That's good.
Were you talking that whole time and I just couldn't hear you?
No, well, I was talking, but I was talking to the TikTok folks.
Was that, were you talking about at the Alameda Museum? I got some
Are you
cool...
talking now? Because I can't hear you.
Sorry, yeah, I'm talking, but I'm talking to YouTube.
Oh. Fun stuff.
Good times. I got some cool stuff coming for the Alameda, about the Alameda Museum. It's gonna be cool. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm gonna keep you guys in the dark. Not even Nathan knows about it yet. So what did you think about the investigation at the Tommy Douglas building? I'm talking to Josh, but he's not answering. I feel neglected. Halloween at the Tommy Douglas.
All right. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, my goodness. We're having all these technical difficulties. We've got somebody listening from Philadelphia, so shout out to Philly.
Oof, that's a long ways away.
Yeah, no kidding. But you asked, what did I think about the paranormal investigation that we did at the Tommy Douglas Center? So for those of you who are just tuning in, back over the Halloween weekend, as I will call it, Halloween weekend, I joined Curtis and Nathan from Purgatory Adventures on an investigation at the Tommy Douglas Center. And it was interesting for me because it was the first investigation that I had been involved with in well over a decade. So it was neat to kind of get back into that field. There were certainly some interesting pieces of evidence that we captured during the investigation, both through the spirit box as well as the K2 meter. Unfortunately, there was one piece of evidence that we did not capture on video because it was just Nathan and I sitting in the hall, and I think, Curtis, you were in the basement at the time. And so this is an exclusive because it's not in any of our videos at this point in time, but one of the stories that I heard was about the spirits liking, or one of the spirits in the building apparently likes to whistle. And so Nathan and I were sitting in the hall, and I was just whistling two notes to see if we would get a response. And it was just a very simple thing. It was, my lips are dry now, I can't whistle. That's mostly air, but that's kind of what it was about. And we did that a couple of times without any response. And then lo and behold, I let out a whistle one more time, and we heard a whistle come back. It wasn't both the notes, but it was just the first note. And I heard it, and I didn't respond immediately or react immediately. But Nathan said, "Did you just whistle again?" And to me, that was like, oh, hey, I'm not the only one that heard this. I'm not the only one that heard that. As well.
I love that.
But it was not me whistling, and he said it was not him either because he cannot whistle. So, that was a cool piece of, or a cool experience that we had that we didn't capture on video.
And I missed it all because I was in the basement. That's crazy.
Yeah, you missed out being down there in the dungeon.
I definitely did miss out. That's so sad. But let's talk about what we captured in the basement. I think everyone's dying to hear your thoughts about that. The footsteps that we heard coming down the stairs.
Yeah, so what was interesting to me, so you guys heard the footsteps on two separate occasions, and I was only there for one of them. And I do remember the first time you guys heard it, you guys radioed me to see, because I was up in the memorabilia room at the time, and you radioed to see if I was moving around, and I was not. And that's when I decided to come down, because I could hear through the floor the excitement that was happening below me. And I came down, and Nathan explained what you guys had heard. And of course, people can check out your video to hear that as well.
Actually, we should probably have a spoiler warning. If anyone wants to watch the video and see our reactions and everything about what happened to us that night, we're going to be talking about our video already. But the video is on my YouTube channel, Purgatory Adventures, so you can watch our investigation over there. And then, yeah. Yeah,
that's right. Good call on the spoiler alert. But yeah, so later in the night, of course, when we were doing the sweep with the SLS camera, we were in the basement again, and we heard a sound. We all heard it, and at that point in time, it did not sound to me like footsteps on the stairs. It sounded to me like something had maybe kind of like, the way I described it was I was thinking of like one of the tripods that was maybe sitting upstairs, maybe had tipped over, and that was kind of what I had heard. But when we hear it in the audio, like what you've enhanced, it sounds different to me now than it did in the moment. And that's what I find interesting. And I've actually given a little bit of thought to it, because I wonder if there's a possibility that, because when I hear it in the video, it kind of reminds me of the sound of the door, kind of when the janitor pulled the door open. And I wonder, do you think it's possible that somebody maybe just happened to be walking by and pulled the door and it didn't open because it was locked, but we still would have heard it? Do you think that's a possibility?
For me personally, not. I think that when you listen to it, it sounds as clear as day footsteps walking down the stairs. And when you match that audio up back to the audio that we captured in our previous investigation at the Tommy Douglas building, when we first captured those footsteps coming down the stairs, It's actually a direct match to that sound. So personally, I do not think that.
Yeah, and see, for me, there is some doubt in my mind, just because, like I said, what I heard in the moment does not match up with what I hear now in the audio. So that's where my doubt comes from. But no doubt about it, it is still a cool piece of evidence to capture for sure.
100%. What do you think about when the janitor walked in on while we're trying to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Well, that was funny on so many fronts, mainly because I did hear something going on when I was asleep in the memorabilia room, but I just remember thinking in the moment, like, if something big is happening, I'm sure I'll get a call on the radio, and nothing ever came through on the radio, so I didn't bother to get up because part of it was like, I had finally found a place that was comfortable, like a position that was comfortable, because sleeping on the floor isn't my cup of tea. But I also thought, if something's happening and I start moving around, is that just going to lead to contamination of whatever you guys were doing, right? So I stayed put. But what was funny watching the video is just the exchange that you had with the janitor, because you're both like, you're wondering who's coming in, he's wondering who's in the building, and just the exchange about, like, why are you cleaning at 5 in the morning? Like, that made me chuckle when I heard that. And yeah, I'm sure you were both spooked in ways that you weren't expecting to be spooked in that situation.
Yeah, I guarantee that janitor did not sleep well that night. Like, I guarantee he crapped himself too, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, if you look at it from his perspective, right, where you walk in and you hear, because he said he'd been going in there every day, right, for the last 5 days or something at the same time. And so if he'd been doing that, it'd become routine. He walks in, and then there are people in the building unexpectedly.
Sleeping in sleeping bags with flashlights pointed at them. Yeah, that's not weird at all.
The thing that surprised me, though, was, like, unless he did not pull into the parking lot, if he parked on the street maybe, but, like, the fact that there were vehicles in the parking lot should have been
he talked to us about that. I think I cut that part out, but he said that people always park along there all the time, and he just thought nothing of it because people park there all the time, right? So he didn't think that there'd be someone in there, right?
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. And I suppose, too, you know, just with everything that was happening with the events down at the Heritage Village there and everything like that for Halloween, yeah, it probably wouldn't be too uncommon for some vehicles to be left behind.
Yeah, 100%. Did you tell people that we actually canceled our Duck Lake investigation and rebooked?
No, I haven't talked about that at all yet because nobody knew when it was happening. So.
Oh yes, that's right. We didn't say, but we just talked about the Tommy Douglas one.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, due to the weather, we had to postpone the Duck Lake investigation. So if you're waiting for that stuff, that's coming.
Yeah,
that's
and we rebooked. I don't want to disclose the date again, so.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't need any contamination.
100%.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing over on YouTube, though? Is everyone doing good over here?
So how are the folks doing on your end, Curtis? You got any questions, comments, anything coming in?
No, not really. It's quiet over here.
Quiet. It's quiet for me too, but this is also a bit earlier than my normal live stream time, so maybe the longer we're on, the more people will come on.
I got someone over here though, kind of talking, so we're good.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yo, but I hope everyone enjoyed the new video, our new Tommy Douglas Performing Arts video. I don't know if we'll be going. Oh no, we are going to be going back to Tommy Douglas building. I forgot. So you guys see this up here, right here, this red bar. When this gets to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be taking 4 viewers to the Tommy Douglas building to spend a whole night. So, if you want to participate in the investigation, you have to be a part of our Facebook group because it's going to be happening on Facebook, the giveaway for it. And then there ends up being a lot of people interested in this. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to have to we'll increase the size. We'll go to like 5 people maybe instead of 4, and or 6 or whatever, how depending on how many people decide to go. And then what I'm going to basically do for the event is it's all going to go onto YouTube. I'm going to take all the names, I'm going to put it into a random name picker, and it's going to randomly pick some names, and then whoever wins is going to be able to come on an investigation with us to the Tommy Douglas building once we get to 1,000 subscribers, which is up here. So I love Josh's take on the Tommy Douglas investigation. Isn't it great? He's so skeptical about it. It's kind of funny. He's so like he's having troubles wrapping his mind around the paranormal aspect about the hauntings. He tries to find a logical explanation, which I really do respect, because I also do. But that noise, there is no logical explanation for it. There's nothing. How can you can't explain that? You can't explain that noise. So just like we couldn't explain the first noise, there is no explanation for it but paranormal. So it is very cool. Very cool. You're 100% right about that. I can't wait to show you guys some cool stuff I have coming. It is so cool. I got it worked on. It's all done, finalized. The only thing I'm waiting for now is for them to well, I got to order them first, and then I got to wait for them to come in, and then I'll be able to show you guys what it is that I ordered. It's pretty cool, actually. But again, hope everyone's doing good. Can't wait. You're gonna love it. Trust me, you're gonna love it. But again, we get to 1,000 subscribers. I want to bring some of you on an investigation. So, you know, if you got family members that haven't subscribed yet, get them to subscribe, because we get to 1,000. 5 of you are going to come on an investigation with us. So I also wanted to announce that starting at the end of December, close to the end of December, me and Nathan take our 2-month-long winter break. So what that means is there won't be any investigations in the month of January, February, and the 2 weeks end of December, just due to the fact that it's the holidays, and in January, February, it's the 2 worst months for winter in Saskatchewan. And if you live in Saskatchewan, you know how horrible the winter is, and me and Nathan don't want to be stranded at a location, so we have decided it is best that we don't do investigations in the months of January, February, so there won't be any investigations. But in January, we have our best evidence video that will be coming out. We've done this before in the past. If you guys go back, I have a best evidence playlist. You can go and watch all from 2020 to 2021, and then the 2022 one will be out. And what it is we recap the year. So we'll go back to the Bushwhacker at the beginning of the year, and we show you the best evidence from the Bushwhacker, and then we'll go to like I think we went to the Crawford Courthouse next, and then the Tommy Douglas building, and then we'll show you, like, we'll go in order of all of our locations in the video, and we'll show you the best evidence from each one. We do it every year, and every year it just gets better and better. So I really do enjoy making those best evidence videos, because I have to go back into the old folders from the beginning of the year, and then we look back, and then it's so great. So they are brutal. They are very brutal. And when you're 5.5 hours away, 8.5 hours at a location, and a winter storm blows through, you're not getting home. So, and we can't afford to do that, because these investigations that we go on, the ones that are 5.5, 8 hours away, those ones are very expensive trips to go on and do. So we don't want to be stuck at the location any longer than is planned. Otherwise, it's, you know, we can't get to our jobs, right, to fund the trips. So that's why we Decide no investigations in January, February, just the 2 worst months to do it. And then usually end of February, we'll go to a location that's close, that's around here. And then in the months of March, you'll see it, so. How do you handle evil spirits? I'm in, oh, you're in Griffin, Saskatchewan. That's a tricky, I've only had a really bad attachment once in my life. And how I dealt with it personally is I had to read from the Bible every night. And I also have this too here. It protects me at all locations. I got it after my attachment. It's a Saint Benedict medal. And it protects me from any attachments, anything like that. I wear it on all my investigations and everything. If you're becoming a paranormal investigator, make sure you get one of these. It's awesome. It does a lot. So also don't taunt either when you're at a location unless you know it's there. Like, don't start yelling at it and like stuff like that, because that can bring on attachments, and that's when it gets scary. Exactly. Also, I have a Bible too. I have a called a I'm having a brain fart. What's it called? King James Bible, like the King James version of the Bible. It's a really hard to read one, but it's the best one to have to fight against evil spirits. I haven't had one follow me in like 8 years at least since I had that one follow me. That's because I was taunting, and I was a new investigator. It was my first year ever, maybe, of investigating, or second location ever, and I just walked in there and started swearing at it, and saying this is my place, stuff you shouldn't be doing. And I went home and I had an attachment. It followed me home, so. And then I basically started to read from the Bible every night. And after 3 months of doing that every night, because I usually would come back at night and sometimes during the day, but as soon as I felt it, I would start reading and it would go away. And then after a while, it went away. It was gone. 3 months of that, 3 months of it doing that. It was an insane time in my life. A learning experience. And then if that doesn't work, so basically if a gentleman actually reached out to me the other day. He says, I've been dealing with an attachment for the past 7 years. 7 years he's had a extreme demonic attachment, and it's been pretty severe for him. Like, literally he said he was having like cupboard doors slam on him, and and like creepy, like demonic stuff happening, stuff getting thrown, attacks, that sort of dangerous stuff. He contacted me and he's like, what do I do? I need help. I've had this for 7 years. How do I get rid of it? And I told him, get yourself a St. Benedict medal, get yourself a Bible and start reading from it. He's like, I have been reading from the Bible. Well, I said, okay, if you've tried that and it hasn't worked, then you need to go out and you have to get help. So if anyone out there is struggling with a evil entity that has attached themselves, you have to go and you have to track down a priest, a bishop, someone like that, and you have to get what's called a deliverance done on you. And a deliverance basically is, if you have an attachment, it gets rid of the evil attachment. So you have to track someone down. And here in Saskatchewan, I don't even know where to begin to look. I guess I would start with the Catholic Church and see maybe, but even still, I don't know. King James version of the Bible is the best one. It is the best one if you want to be safe. So, but it's extremely hard to read sometimes. But it is what it is, So that is. But yeah, it was an extremely scary time in my life when I was going through that, and I never want to go through it again. And that's why you never taunt. When you're at a location and you're doing an investigation, you never want to taunt the spirits. That's just a bad idea. because you don't know what you're communicating with, and when you taunt the spirits, you're just provoking a reaction. You're trying to get a reaction, and you don't know what's going to react, and that's when bad stuff can happen. So just be careful, I guess. We're having a I see you. We're having a very intense conversation over here. I don't hear him. He's not talking now. If you're talking, I can't hear you. Technical difficulties again? Alright, he's creeping on me. I'm gonna creep on him. Let's see if I can find... There we go.
Yeah, there's
Whoa, he's loud.
there's a lot of shows out there. So I was involved with the filming of are you familiar with the show The Other Side, TT, on APTN? I was involved with that show. I was in 2 episodes that they filmed, and it was interesting seeing everything that goes into a paranormal investigation. But even before that, when I used to do investigations, I was always just kind
Sorry,
of
I'm messaging Josh on my end. He didn't want to interrupt, but I said go ahead, interrupt.
The group, and then I don't know what happened.
We're having
with the
a
whole
very
membership invitation thing.
A very awesome conversation.
But it never quite materialized as it was supposed to. However,
he's having a very intense conversation on his end too, so good stuff. But how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing good. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm glad you decided to come by. See Stinson? He's having a very in-depth conversation on his end.
often admits that it's like watching paint dry, right? Because they have, you know, half a dozen stationary cameras set up. They would have all of these audio recorders strewn about the building. They would have all of these other things laying about, and then they would have to go back and listen to every audio recorder and review.
Oh, you guys
camera
can't see
feed.
it.
And if you were on an investigation for 8 hours,
you can't do this, but I can.
8 hours on, 12 different devices.
I'm gonna move me over here.
That's a lot of time.
We're in the other corner.
To review, or a lot of footage to review. So certainly that would be the worst part of it, because oftentimes with those TV shows and even on the investigation clips or the evidence rather that I received from the investigators, you would often end up in a situation where you maybe had 5 minutes
Just call me Char.
footage.
I'm horrible with names. You'll learn that very quickly about me.
So yeah, it was always interesting. Oh, look at, I'm seeing myself. Oh, now I can hear myself too. Exciting. So for those of you who are just tuning in, we're...
Okay. There we go. We're good to go. All right. We're creeping on them. Char is my nickname. I have a nickname. People call me Kurtai. People like to call me. That's my nickname at work. But I'm not really a fan of it, gonna be honest.
Hello, Curtis.
Hello, Josh.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. So we were just having conversations here with our followers about different things. Yeah, I thought maybe
I can hear my stream in the background.
Oh, see, that's the weird thing again. If I do this, though, people can't hear you, and then it's just like I'm having a one-sided conversation.
Oh, now he's really quiet.
And yeah, I thought maybe we could. Oh, see, that's the weird thing again. If I do this though,
Oh,
people can't hear you, and then
he's repeating himself. What? What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. Are you still there? We good? I don't know what's going on here, guys. I don't know what's
I
going on.
am still here. Are you still there?
I am still here, hopefully.
Yeah, see, that's weird. I don't know why you're getting the feedback. It never happened before when we did this. I don't know.
I don't hear it now. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I can hear myself in the background. I can hear the stream.
Oh, you know why? Because I have your stream playing in the background.
Oh, okay, well that makes more sense now.
Yes, that's funny. Oh, here we are talking about slow internet connections, and we're streaming anything that can stream.
Actually, my internet's doing a lot better now, so I don't know what was going on there for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any problems on my end, knock on wood.
Yeah,
So
knock
we'll
on
see
wood.
what happens. Hey, I've got some questions coming through here on social media, Curtis. Maybe you can answer some of them. What do you think of that?
Go right ahead.
All right, so one of the questions that we've got, what's your opinion on the best channel on YouTube to watch ghost series and stuff on?
You mean other than Purgatory Adventures?
Yeah, I thought you might have an opinion on that, but
I don't really watch anyone else on YouTube. Maybe Mind CTV. I like their ghost hunting stuff.
sorry, what was that? Mind CT?
Mind Seed TV. I watch some of their ghost hunting stuff. They're pretty cool.
Okay, cool. I actually haven't heard of them. I don't watch a lot of ghost stuff on YouTube either, so I'm not like the one show that I watch regularly on YouTube, aside from your stuff, which I've become a regular viewer of, is the Ghost Files show.
Oh yes, and The Watcher, is that what they're called? They're pretty cool too.
Yeah, Watcher Entertainment there, yep.
Yeah, they're pretty cool too. I don't watch much of it, but I've seen clips and everything, and they seem pretty cool, so.
Yeah. TT, the answer was Mind CTV, right? MIND CTV?
Yeah, like Seed, SEED.
Oh, Seed, Mind Seed.
Mind Seed, yep.
Ah, gotcha. MIND SEED TV. There you go, TT.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Like they have a series called Hunting Purgatory, and I think it's pretty cool.
Hunting Purgatory. That sounds interesting. How did you come up with the name for your channel?
Actually, that's kind of how I came up with it. I was watching Mind CTV, and they had the name Hunting Purgatory, and I'm like, I love that word purgatory. I want to use it. So we tried a bunch of things. We're like, oh, well, let's try Purgatory Hunters, and we're like, no, that sounds like garbage. We don't like it. And then there's a few other ones we thought of, and we're like, yeah, that's not bad. And then like, I can't remember who said it. It was either me or Nathan. And Nathan said like Purgatory Adventures, and I'm like, that's it. That sounds awesome. And it just kind of had the right ring, had the right feel in the mouth, and we're like, that's the one. We're going with that one. So
This
Purgatory
rolls,
Adventures.
rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I always like hearing origin stories.
But yeah, it actually spawned from Mind CTV, which is why they're my favorites. So
Yeah. Well, TT, who was asking about that, said that he's going to go check it out, and he'll be back soon.
they, the only thing I don't like about them, like nowadays, they're seeming a lot more fake. Like when back in the day, they seemed a lot more genuine. So I don't know, their stuff nowadays seems really fake, but that's just me.
Interesting. I wonder if that's because they've got more exposure now, so they're
Definitely, 100%.
a bigger budget. They're able to do a bit more in the way of special effects or staging things, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Why does it do this to me? Every time on TikTok, I'm watching it on my computer, it just buffers. That's all it does. I'll be watching for a while, and then it'll start buffering. I don't get it. Now I have to log into my account. I'm sorry, I can't have TikTok open, because TikTok doesn't like me on my computer. I don't know why. So. Very weird. I don't understand, but every time I try to watch TikTok from my computer, it just loads. That's all it does. And now it's completely signed me out of my account, so I'm giving up on it. So. But hey, those of you that are hanging out with me here tonight, thank you so much. If you got any questions for Josh, please let me know, and I will be sure to ask him. I'm pretty sure he would be happy to answer the questions, so. And if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know about this last weekend, about upcoming stuff. Let me know, and I will be very much happy to answer your questions. We're at 910 subscribers, by the way, on the channel. We are only 90 subscribers away from that number. I gotta move my mic out of the way from that number there. Craziness. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Again, for those of you that don't know, those of you that are just tuning in, we get to 1,000. Oh, right there. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna bring 5 viewers on a investigation with me. So, if you want to be a part of an investigation with us for a whole night at the Tommy Douglas building, please make sure you subscribe. You get your family members to subscribe. You know, to help us get to that 1,000 goal. So. But, and also, if you haven't yet, make sure you go check out our video, or me and Josh's video on my YouTube channel, the newest one, the Halloween version, or the Halloween one, at the Tommy Douglas building. So, it was a great video. I think I'm more satisfied with this video than I was with the second one. The second one, I wasn't really satisfied. Our second return there. I think partially because I was sick, right? So I felt like, I always thought I could do a better job on it, and I really wish I would have done a better, on the second time I wish I would have done a better job, but I was so sick for that. Editing was horrible for it, because all I could think about was being sick, so. But, yeah, I'm happy with how the third one has turned out, 100%, so. Third time's the charm, exactly. Third time's the charm. That's how I look at it. So, I'm happy with how this third one, and it's great because we actually made communication with Anne, or Annie Douglas, Tommy Douglas's mother, which is insane. And I believe that she is the main spirit that haunts the Tommy Douglas Performing Arts Center. There is supposedly 10 other spirits there. But who they are is beyond me. I know one is Anne, and then there's an older gentleman there. Could it be Tommy Douglas? That will be for another investigation one day. I know whatever is at the Tommy Douglas building is very active. On the third time I want to go back, I want to see if you can, like, literally cut the power to the entire building. So there is no electricity going into the building at all. I think that right there would be the ultimate test, right? Wouldn't that be cool if we actually got permission to just literally pull the breaker and, you know, have no power going to the building at all? That would be the coolest thing ever. But that won't be till summer now that we do that, because we, we don't want to freeze the building. You know, we don't want to, like, the pipes and everything. We don't want them to burst. So bringing up that idea won't be until summer, and I'll have to give them notice if they'll even allow me to do that. That would be awesome. I think that'd be great, because literally our audio gets contaminated by everything. Like, this time it was the freezer in the basement. There's a freezer that runs in the corner, and it's so loud. And it literally ruined my audio this time, but, what can I say? It's like 31C right now. Is it really? My thermometer says 12 degrees Celsius. Is that in Graffin? Maybe that's in Graffin. Or Griffin, is that what you said? I'm probably saying it way wrong. That's crazy though, 31? Right now in southeast Saskatchewan, it's 12 degrees Celsius right now, according to my window thermometer. 12.5 outside right now, negative 12.5, so it's not too bad. Griffin, that's what it was. Griffin. I think that's later tonight. Let me look up what the weather network. Snowing out right now, apparently. I don't get it. The app says that it is snowing, but when I look out my window here, there's no snow. So I don't get that. Weather net. Oh, it feels like 21. Jeez. Holy, it's supposed to get up to like 15 tonight. 14 tonight. But it feels like 21 outside. Because of the wind. I guess it's only 29-kilometer wind. Still, it's cold. Too cold for me. I wish we could. I hate winter so much, but this year I want to do live streams all the way through the months of January and February, because we're not going to be able to do investigations. So what I want to do is I want to do live streams all the way through, and we might do them a little more than we usually do. Like usually we do it every other weekend, but we might start doing them a little more frequently. And because since I won't have anything to work on or edit, you know, I think that'd be pretty cool. And then that way it's like I haven't forgotten about you guys either. So I would like to start doing frequent live streams in the months of January, February. I still don't know what I'm going to do for content in those months. I always struggle. And I don't like to leave everything stale. I like to upload something because it makes it seem like I haven't forgotten about the channel and everything. So it is the one thing I think about every day, so, and how I can make it better. And what I can do to improve, and you know, all that sort of stuff. But I'll let you know in a few weeks. That's funny you mentioned that. That's really funny you mentioned that. Actually, me and Nathan were just talking about this the other day. We have some stuff planned, don't worry. But yeah, we do. We do. Actually, we have this. That's pretty cool.
Curtis.
Josh.
Oh, you sound like a ghost.
I do. Maybe I am a ghost.
Ooh, we got a question that came through on TikTok.
Oh, what's the question?
Somebody is asking, and I thought you would like to. Ooh, look at that mug. Sorry, distracted. But I figured you might want to answer this question because the question is, what is the scariest thing you have ever experienced?
Ooh, that is a fun question. I love that question. Scariest thing I've ever witnessed was stuff flying around a room at a location that I went to. It almost made me quit investigating. It was really, really terrifying.
What kind of stuff was flying around the room?
It wasn't really much flying around the room. It was more like moving by itself. We had a closet door slam at the other end of the hallway, like it slid shut, and we got up to check it out, and my buddy's digital recorder went flying across the ground, like it just zoomed. And like we had like doors slamming in our faces, and we had cupboard doors opening and closing by themselves, and footsteps running up to us. It was one of the most terrifying locations I've ever been to.
Wow. Yeah, I have nothing that compares with that. But the one that I mentioned was my farmhouse story with the attic door that sounded like it was kicked open. That I think is my scariest experience.
Yeah, that doesn't compare to anything I've been through. Another scary experience that happened to me was when I got attacked at a location. I got scratched pretty bad on my arm.
Hmm. That certainly would rattle somebody for sure.
Yeah, it definitely would. But those are my two scariest for sure.
Nice. Well, I like those answers.
Yes, for sure. Now we got to get you up there with those experiences too.
Oh yeah, heart attack tonight, hey?
Or are you wanting to pass on having those experiences?
I don't know. I would like to see something, but I don't know if I want to be scratched or anything. That might be too much for me.
Yeah, it is too much. It is really scary when that happens.
Yeah. The TT is asking if you caught that on video when it happened.
The scratch, actually my friend, that same investigation with the cupboard doors and the footsteps and everything like that, I captured my buddy getting attacked on camera. It is on my YouTube channel. You can see, like, you can't see it happening, but when I pull up his, like, because he complains that his back is burning, right? And when I pull up his shirt, he's got literal, like, claw marks going across his back. And I got that on camera, but we did not capture the stuff sliding and moving because we didn't have a camera back then. We were young, right? So.
Well, hey, you know what? That's still an experience, right? For the history books.
It is. I really wish today that I would have caught that on camera, but I did capture my buddy getting captured, so it is something, I guess. And I do have some cool audio recordings of footsteps, and then you can hear a cupboard slamming by themselves, but it's only an audio recording, so.
Interesting. Another question, though, TT has. What do you think? What do you both think about Ouija boards? Is it hoax or is it real?
It's definitely real, that's for sure, and I don't recommend using one, even though we have it for a video. Yeah, I regret using it, though.
I have only been around a Ouija board being used once, and I was kind of watching from afar as a group of people used it. And it was interesting because they were seemingly interacting with something. But to me, the weird part was how there were candles burning on the table, 2 identical candles, and they were like the tall vertical candles. And one of them was burning so much faster than the other one. And that was the weird thing. And just the way the wax was like building up on the candle, it wasn't running to the bottom. It was like building up halfway down the candle. And all of a sudden that hunk of wax just fell off the candle and onto the table, and somebody picked it up and they're like, oh, it kind of looks like a dragon's head, which was very bizarre.
Yeah, I can't caution people enough against not using them. They are very, very, very dangerous. If you want to see the consequences of what might happen by using an Ouija board, please go watch the YouTube channel Really Haunted. The stuff that's going on in that guy's house is literally what could happen to you if you start using it. Like, I watched one of his videos. He had a whole couch get thrown across his house. It was insane.
Wow.
So it can get extremely dangerous, like very dangerous, especially if you make communication with something you believe is a good spirit, a kind spirit, and then you start allowing it to, like, you know, you can come home with me and stuff like that because you think it's your parent or whatever, or deceased parent or something. That's when it gets dangerous. Or you have stuff coming through that you believe is good and it's not, and that's the scary part about Ouija boards.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I have no interest in using one, but
or Stinson.
those of you that have, what's your experience? Let us know in the comments.
Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. Stay warm tonight. Hey, 31. That's crazy. It's only 12 here, but I don't want 31 weather yet. Have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out. If there's anyone else in chat though that's hanging out here that's kind of in the lurk mode, feel free to type in chat and ask questions, and, you know, chat. And if you got questions for Josh, you got questions for me, make sure you let me know, and hey, I can answer them for you. But hey, stream seems to be holding strong. We're doing good. Cross our fingers. Yeah, but thank you so much for hanging out. It means a lot. It means a lot. Tonight, so what we always do on this live stream is at the last hour of the live stream, we always go back and we watch either our video or watch a ghost video from out there on YouTube. And I think we should watch some Really Haunted when we go to do that. We're not going to do it yet because we're not at the last hour of the live stream. We still got lots of live stream left, and yeah, Josh is going to be here for a while, so. But again, those of you that are hanging out with me tonight, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. We are going to be live for quite a bit longer. You know, you got questions, anything like that, let me know. You got questions for Josh. Josh is also live on TikTok as well, so if you haven't, go check him out on there. He's live doing Josh's thing. But hey, what could we do here? Hang on a minute here. Who likes the new, who liked the new Halloween, intro I made that we played at the beginning of the live stream? Let me know. I'm kind of curious to know if anyone liked it. I spent a whole day working on it, so trying to get it right. So one of these days I gotta bring the audio creator on the live stream, and then we can actually sit down and chat with him, and he could tell us some of the processes going into creating some of our epic music that you're hearing in the background. He creates all of our music for the channel, so all of the music you hear in the backgrounds of our videos, the background of the stream, he creates for us, and he's been doing it for me for a year, and he's very good at it. He's very talented, so maybe I should bring him on one day and see if he enjoys, see if he wants to talk with us about it. I think that'd be pretty cool. Again, Nathan couldn't join us. He had something he had to do, so it is just me hanging out here by hopefully not by myself, but mostly by myself. I'm pretty sure we got some people hanging out in the chat, lurking around. I actually have a question for you. Mike's muted. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up his live stream on my phone because it works. TikTok works so much better on a cell phone than it does on the computer. They need to work on their computer version. No, he's not even there. What's going on? There's nothing even happening. This is his live stream right now. It's just a blank room. Okay, he's not even in it. Oh, he's back. I have a question to ask you.
There we go. Hello. What's your question?
Hello.
Sorry,
How
I just
many-
want you to blow my nose.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I'm sitting here talking. No one's answering. How many pairs of pants did you have to change into at the Tommy Douglas building?
You know what? Surprisingly, only one.
Well, there we go. You weren't that scared then. That's good.
No, and it was. I did take an extra pair just in case, and didn't need them. So
That's good. Did you buy those pens too as well?
No, although I should have for the drive home because I really needed to pee and I didn't want to stop anywhere, so I just kept driving.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but we do have a question that came in on my side too, and this doesn't directly relate to ghosts, but the question is, what do you think about UFOs?
I've had this question before. How do I feel about UFOs? Personally, I wouldn't go looking for it. I wouldn't go off looking for a UFO. So, I don't know, maybe... I mean, I do believe that there's other life out there, but I don't believe that the UFOs you see on TV are actual aliens, so I guess... I'm in the middle. I believe, nor do I believe, so...
The fear of being probed is too much for me.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's a joke, of course, but obviously would be concerned. However, I agree with you. I think it's naive to think we're the only living beings in the universe. And I'm sure we've had visitors here that we, much like we try to get to other planets, I'm sure there are other beings that have tried to get to our planet and have probably succeeded.
Yes, and we don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. And I've never had a UFO encounter myself, but it was interesting a while back on the Curious Narrative. I had an interview with a gentleman. I can't remember his name now, but he was the man who had Saskatchewan's most famous UFO encounter. And it happened back in the 1980s, I want to say. A lot of the details are fuzzy now, but it was pretty neat to hear his story firsthand.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've heard that the McKim Road has had some UFO sightings, so maybe we might have to go check that out in the summertime, see if we can see a UFO.
For sure, that would be cool. I actually talked with somebody who went to McKim Road last year in 2021, and it's been paved over and everything now. And it's a much different setting than it was prior to that.
Yeah, but it probably still could be haunted.
Yeah, if anything, you just won't get the dust anymore. But the lights would still be there, I'm sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
No, but I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone enjoyed the new video that came out. We're just hanging out. I got Josh on Discord. We're talking about some cool ghost stuff. So that's pretty cool. If anyone's got any questions for me or Josh, please let me know. and I will definitely try my best to answer them. Let's check out what Josh is up to on TikTok. I'm doing it on my phone because trying to look it up on trying to look up TikTok on my computer is horrible. So. Oh yeah, see there he is. He's just hanging out. So, if you haven't yet, go check out Josh on TikTok. Make sure you give his channel a follow, and you check him out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we get to 1,000 subscribers up here. 4 of you get to come on an investigation, and if there's lots of demand for it, then we might bump it up to 5. So. Right now we're going to stick with 4 and see how that goes. If there's lots of demand, maybe we'll bump it up a bit, because I think the max will go as 6, but if no one's going, then I think 4 is good. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people that are wanting to come on an investigation with us, because it is one of the most highly requested things on the channel, so we'll see what happens. Only time will tell, I guess. We have to get to 1,000 first, so 1 subscriber at a time, I guess. We are at 910. That's crazy. You guys are wild. Grows every day. Every day. We are going to be live for at least another hour, another half an hour. Hopefully we're going to get some more people come by and hang out with us for the evening. Yeah, it's good times. I enjoy these live streams. Too bad Nathan couldn't make it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So Josh, have you ever thought about going on an investigation by yourself to one time?
So for TikTokers, you didn't hear the voice of God. That was Curtis, in case you were wondering. He was asking if I've considered going on an investigation by myself. And you know what? I have to say I have not considered that. It would be an interesting proposal for sure. I would have to invest in some equipment for starters, but I think depending on the location, I might give it a go and just to see what would happen. I feel like if I were to do it on my own, though, I would prefer to probably start in a place that I'm kind of familiar with and maybe a bit more comfortable with, as opposed to going into something.
The Tommy Douglas Performing Arts Center, then.
Yeah, that would be a place that I've been in before. So, yeah, maybe something like that. And I don't know if I would do like a whole night.
Oh, come on. You got to go the full night. You got to go from sundown to sunup.
Well, I'm going to flip this question and ask you, would you do it on your own too?
Yes, I would. I've actually been thinking about doing this. Maybe next year for Halloween, I'll spend a night at a location by myself, and I'll film it all. So,
would you go into a new location without having experienced it before, or would you prefer to go into a location that you've been to before?
I think a location I've been to before, because when you go into a location you've never been into, it's new energy, new feeling, new environment, right?
Yep. Would you be completely by yourself, or would you have a support team kind of waiting on the outside just in case?
Oh, I would be completely by myself. I would be isolated at the Tommy Douglas building by myself. In there, I'd drive to the building myself, and I would spend the night there by myself for the whole night.
Oh, that sounds intriguing.
I think it's a challenge that I've always wanted to do because, I've been doing Purgatory Adventures for 2 years. It's always been me and Nathan. I think it would be very interesting to see if I could do it by myself. And I believe I could.
Yeah, and I think, too, the fact, because when we were there the other day, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but it was interesting because, there were times, we all had our alone times in different parts of the building, right? So that, I think, probably makes it a little bit easier to face the the possibility of going it alone, because you have been in all parts of the building by yourself essentially at one point or another, right?
Definitely, 100%.
That's a good question. Would you, so sticking with that topic, would you go to your scariest investigation location ever and do it by yourself?
Well, unfortunately, I can't because the building doesn't exist anymore. So it's kind of hard to do that. So yeah, sure, I would.
Oh, well, there you go. It's an easy answer then.
Easy answer, yep.
You can't do it. It's easy to say, yeah, I would. No, that's interesting. That's a good question. I like that.
Do you want to hear what's crazy though? So 3 years after our horrifying experience in that house, that building, we actually went back there 3 years later after that, and whatever was there was gone. It was no longer there. We no longer had feelings. We had no unexplained activity happen. It was insane. It was like it just packed up and left after we were there. So I don't know.
Maybe it went with you.
Who knows?
That was
So
a bad.
my question is, where is it? Where did it go to? So
That's a good question. Like I said, I've often wondered what happens, like if a spirit moves on from a location. Does it have to follow another human being, or could it just venture off on its own, carrying its little gunny sack on the stick or whatever it's called, like the little hobo that used to travel the railroad tracks? Is that how it moves on? Or, does it have to be connected to, an individual who's been in the space? I'd be curious.
yeah, I'm very curious too. So we may never know either.
Yeah, 'tis a mystery.
Well, one day we may know, but not for a long time.
Yeah, well, if you ever see a floating, bag on a stick walking down the railroad tracks, we have an answer.
We have an answer.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question that, Curtis, I think you can answer. Have you ever used Kinect sensors when you investigate places?
Yeah. The Xbox 360 Kinect camera, we used it at the Tommy Douglas Performing Arts Center. So yes.
Yeah. And actually, the funny thing about that is you were just getting it set up there when we had first, I guess we had just arrived there, but it was early on in the process, because I think it was still daylight at the time, and the sensors were picking up the curtains. And it was funny watching, because I did record what was happening on the screen, just because it was mapping up the curtains and the way it looked, but it genuinely looked like there was a figure dancing, and it was just kind of a neat little clip to catch.
Yeah, it is. So we actually found out that was just the curtain. It was a mismapping. It's easy to tell when there's a mismapping. When you ask the spirit to do something, or ask the figure to like wave or move, and it does nothing, it just kind of continues glitching out or whatever, that's usually when you can tell that it's just a software glitch, or it's just glitching. But when it responds to you and it actually starts waving and starts doing your commands, that's when it gets really interesting. So
Yeah, and I think we figured out pretty quickly that it was just a mismapping, but in the moment it was kind of funny initially, because we had just been playing the piano and we're like, oh, look, it's dancing to the song and everything, which was just kind of a fun, it was a lighthearted moment, and
yes, definitely.
have turned scary at any moment, it seemed.
We actually found out on the second time that it actually does map the curtains in, like it always produces a figure. That's why in the memorabilia room, we realized too on the first time around that it maps the glass in, because shadows walking by, it'll map the shadow in the glass. So we can't use it in the memorabilia room, but we can use it in the basement and down in the down off the stage area there, I guess.
Yeah. One of the questions here, kind of following up on that, is did you catch anything? So we've kind of talked a bit about what we found in this most recent investigation, but if TT wanted to go back and check out some of your videos, well, you did have some compelling SLS camera footage. What would you recommend he checks for, or he looks for?
Sorry, what was the question again?
If you were to recommend for your content from Purgatory Adventures, what video would TT look for to see some compelling SLS footage?
Oh, yes. Check out the Alameda District Museum, our return video there. We captured one of the craziest pieces of SLS camera footage I've ever captured. A spirit started waving to us after I asked it to start waving, and it literally, you can see its hand go up and start waving. And then I asked it to reach out and grab my hand. You can actually watch the spirit reach out and grab my hand. And when it did that, I felt it. So it was crazy.
Yeah, cool. There you go. You can check that out, TT.
Do you mind if I put a link to the video in the TikTok chat?
Yeah, go for it. I don't know if people can click on links.
I never put a link in TikTok chats before, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, give it a go, see what happens.
And that way it's easier for people to find.
Yeah.
Share, copy. Okay, back to TikTok. Glitchy TikTok that doesn't like to work on my computer. Oh, we're signed in again. That's good. You'll say, well, see if it'll work. There, I just sent it. Can I see it in the chat there?
I don't know. I can't see it in my screen. So I don't know if they can see it. Can you guys see the link Curtis just placed in there? My guess is if I can't see it, they probably can't either.
It might have just auto-blocked me because it's a link.
Could have been.
What about if you put it in the chat? I sent it to you and then you put it in the chat.
You could try and see. Or even could you just put the title of the video?
I could. A link is way easier because people can just click on it and go to it.
Yeah, gonna work.
Let me see.
Because I would have to close the TikTok stream on my phone to get to Discord and open the link.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try this then. Nothing. People can't see it. All right. Let's see if...
What I could do is put the link in my Linktree bio.
Ooh, that might work.
And then people can go check that out.
Do you want me to put the name? I think it's going to put it in big, bold text, though. Do you want me to try putting the name in the chat? I believe it's going to put it in big, bold text, though.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. And like I said, I can put the link in my Linktree. And then people can click in the link in bio, as they say.
I don't think it did anything. Can anyone see that?
No, I can't see it either.
Yeah, well, that'd be alright. Interesting. That's so weird. I don't know how to fix that either. Oh.
Bradley, don't apologize. Feel, obviously, your family 100% most important. So,
Craziness. Alright. But I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's having a good evening. We are, for those of you just tuning in now, we are talking with Josh on TikTok about our past investigation at the Tommy Douglas Performing Arts Center. And we're just kind of hanging out and having a good time. Just chilling and hanging out. Hope everyone's having a good evening. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys. Hope everyone enjoyed the new video too that came out. I put a lot of work into that one, and I believe it turned out very good. Actually, I was very happy with it. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. So now all we need to do is get some views. Because Tommy Douglas Performing Arts Center videos always struggle in the views department, but that's fine, actually. I enjoy making them, and that's the important part, so. The first one did really well. I don't know why that one did well, but it seems to be the one that everyone likes and enjoys the most, so. Wow, we've been live for an hour and a half. Craziness, crazy. And again, if anyone's got any questions, please let me know. If anyone, has anything they want to say, let me know. I'm here all night. We're going to be live for another hour, probably, another half an hour. If anyone's got any creepy videos they want me to watch, any cool evidence they want to share, feel free to do so. I love reviewing awesome evidence that people have caught. It's great. Hey, there he is. There's Umbra. How's it going? How are you doing? How are you doing this evening? We're sitting down and chatting with Josh from TikTok about our past investigation. He's live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube, and we're just hanging out. How's your night going? Hope it's going good. And yeah, we're talking about the Tommy Douglas investigation that just passed. Let's see, we'll pull up his live stream. We'll see what he's up to. But hope you're having a good night, Umbra. Hope you're doing well. Everything's good. Hey, there we go. Just chilling. Just chilling, working on your YouTube channel, I'm guessing, right? Because your YouTube channel's been amazingly growing, like just blowing my YouTube channel out of the water. But that's good for you, though, dude. Good for you on that. I'm happy your channel is doing well and you're finding success in it. And I told you you should, too. And I'm happy you listened. So
we're also crossing the streams, as we're calling it. I'm doing a TikTok live here tonight. Curtis from Purgatory Adventures is doing a live stream on his YouTube channel. And you can head over there and check it out. Say Josh sent you. Search for Purgatory Adventures on YouTube. Check out his live stream if you wanted to.
Yeah, we're just hanging out over here.
Yeah, we are just chillaxing tonight.
Just chillaxing.
Sharing stories. Curtis is interacting with his followers. I'm interacting with mine. And every so often. So you've never
had. Sorry, I'm gonna mute him for a minute. So you've never had a paranormal experience before, Umbrasonics? Dude, you gotta come to Saskatchewan, and I will make you have a paranormal experience. It will happen. I will bring you to the Tommy Douglas building, and we'll spend a night there, and you'll become a believer. I guarantee you. By the time the sun rises in that building, you will become a believer. So, just saying. But hey, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're just hanging out. We're just chilling. We'll keep watching some. We'll keep seeing what Josh is up to. We'll keep creeping on him once in a while.
So I won't mention it, but somebody that I worked with was from the bustling town of Leoville.
Craziness.
Bonita, hello.
Uh, I'm not brave enough for that. Come on! You gotta be brave enough. You gotta just relax, you know? Go in there, just remember that it's just people, right? Literally. Like, when you're with the paranormal, it's literally like there's another person there, right? It's nothing, you shouldn't be scared, right? Like, it's nothing to be scared about. You're literally just, you can't see the person, but just pretend there's one there, right? So, it's really, maybe at the beginning, like when you first start paranormal investigating, yes, it is scary as hell, because it's like the thought of there being an invisible form next to you, just, it is freaky, that's for sure, but, after a while, it's not, it's actually kind of cool, you know, but, and remember that me and Nathan will be there, so it's like, if anything bad was going to happen, we would prevent it from happening, so. Who knows, maybe you'll become a believer. I guarantee you, by the time the sun rose at your night spent at the Tommy Douglas building, by the time the sun rose in the morning, you're going to become a believer. I can almost promise you that. I can promise you, by the time the sun rises, one night in just the Tommy Douglas building, by the time it rises, you'll be a believer. And you'll walk out of there with a new way of viewing death, that's for sure. I can promise you that. So, if there's anyone else hanging out in the stream though, in the chat, make sure you go check out Umbra Sonex. He is he's a content creator, YouTuber. He designs lots of our music, audio on the channel, our lovely music in the background. He's created it, designed it, and yeah, and he does a YouTube channel based around creepy music and stuff, and he does lots of audio design, and he's got a really cool YouTube channel that is awesome. And if there is anyone that's just chilling out, make sure you go check him out, subscribe, help him get to his 1,000. We're very close. We're at 910 right now, so we're definitely getting close. Every minute we get closer. So I'm kind of hoping we stay away from 1,000 tonight, because I don't have anything ready. I still have to get a bunch of editing done before we hit 1,000. We're getting so close at such a high rate of speed. It's crazy. I haven't got anything prepared at all for it. I haven't got any editing done because I want to get a video together for the 1,000, explaining what is going to happen when we get to 1,000, how we're going to bring people in for this investigation. So yeah. I also have to get contracts together, everything like that. Like, it's wild. I got so much I have to do before we get to 1,000. There's just no time in a day to do it, so... but I'm hoping that we don't hit it until closer to Christmas, and then I get another month to work on everything, and I actually have time to put together a good contract for people to sign when they come into the location, and I have a video together explaining how to apply yourself to the giveaway. So I'm hoping that I have that together soon. But how's your night going, Umbro? Hope you're doing good. Got any new videos that I haven't seen yet? I watched your one last night. I was thinking about it. I can't watch your videos while I'm working on my videos. I can't watch them, otherwise I'm gonna fall asleep. They're so relaxing and calming and great that I will fall asleep listening to them. So I need to be, when I'm working on my videos, I gotta be fueled up. I need some like adrenaline rush music to listen to. I watch Twitch when I'm editing my videos because it keeps me awake. Keeps me fueled up, so that's why I do that. But I probably, you do have really great stuff though. I really do love your YouTube channel, and everyone should really go subscribe. Yeah, they are supposed to be relaxing. I know it doesn't work for me though. That's why I can't listen to them while I'm editing videos. I can listen to them while I'm trying to go to sleep because then and that's fine. Are you growing a stash? No, it's No Shave November. So once November's over, it's going out the door. And also, it's my winter beard, beard stash. It will be gone when we go to Duck Lake, though. I promise that. So maybe I won't shave it off in November. I can't go to a location with a beard on. It'll just look horrible. I can't do it. I love how he's typing, but yet we're in a chat together. It's great.
Polar Stylebender. Interesting. I don't watch a lot of UFC stuff.
Great, good times.
I have in the past
We're in a Discord
watched
chat,
odd fights,
and
but
he's,
nothing recently.
He's typing in my chat.
Hello, Beaverbone.
I'm gonna ask him where his stash is.
Hello, what's going on?
Oh, can't do that. All of his viewers are gonna be like, what is going on? You wanna hear the funny part is? I believe you
Not
can
really
hear
enough.
it
You
too.
wish you had an auntie. Well, hey, you know what? You're in luck, Beaverbone, because this is also a dating service. So tell me in the chat, what are you looking for in an auntie, and we'll put the call out and see what we can find for you. Evan84, hello. Hannah Bell.
That's funny. What?
Kanan's currently in Alberta and was in BC yesterday, but I still
Did
wanna
I
watch
wonder if I got
Saskatchewan
banned because I
stuff.
put a link
Are
in
you coming
there.
back to Saskatchewan, Kanan?
I wonder if I got silently banned by Twitch because I put a link and some big bold text in there.
Super hot, no personality.
What?
All right, so if you know an auntie who is super hot, no personality, send him to Beaverbone. Kanan Vandale is coming back to Saskatchewan tomorrow.
That's so weird how I'm not seen. Unless he's just saying he
You know
can't
what's
see
weird
him.
is Curtis is trying to talk in the chat here, and it's not showing up.
I wonder, I probably got banned. I wonder if I got banned because I put that link in there. Silently by Twitch. He can't see it.
Curtis is trying to see. I am checking to see if I can see who's muted or anything here.
I wonder, I probably got banned. I wonder if I can hear myself. Ah.
Oh yeah, see, I'm listening to your stream, and now I'm listening to you, and it's Curtis in surround sound.
There's an echo.
You know, I'm not seeing any muted accounts here under my privacy settings right now either.
That's so weird. So I guess I just won't be seen then. That's fine.
Well, it's a good thing we've got 3 other chat rooms open.
That's good, eh?
Yep.
But this isn't fair. You can type mine, but I can't type stuff in yours. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why that is.
It's TikTok. That's why.
Yeah, that's probably
That's probably it. Yeah.
the only explanation we need.
Yeah. Explanation right there.
Yep. Solved.
Problem solved. There we go. Answers to all your questions is TikTok, 100%. Craziness, and it's buffering. See, that's what it does to me when I'm watching TikTok all the time. I have to refresh it. It'll just sit there and load, and then literally hit refresh, and then it works for a while, and then it'll die on me again. Now it's working. Hello? Wait, let me try from my phone. Let's try from my cell phone, maybe that'll work. Maybe it's just a computer. Can you see me now? Question mark. There, can you see my message now? I just sent one from my phone. Maybe it was just my computer.
I can see that now.
Okay, so it's my computer. I figured this.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved. TikTok sucks on computer. That's all it is.
Apparently, yeah.
Alright, there we go. Mystery solved. Alright, there we go. Craziness. Should we watch what time is it now? I think we're gonna wait about another 7 minutes. And then I think we'll, watch a scary video, I think. And then for the last hour, we'll watch scary videos and talk with Josh. And hang out. I think that's gonna be the plan. That's our routine. Pretty quiet night in the chat, but that's fine. We've had a few people come by. All good, no worries. Saturday nights are the quieter nights. We usually go live on Sunday, so maybe that's why not many people are here, because people are expecting us to go live tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? I also find the solo streams, the ones by myself, are a lot more quiet. I don't know, people like Nathan, I guess, don't like me. I don't know. I don't know what it is, it's weird. Weird, that's for sure. But those of you that are hanging out with me tonight, thank you so much for being here. We're just kind of hanging out right now. We're just chilling, talking with, Josh is on Discord, but he's also talking with his people on his end. I can show it here since my computer's glitchy. He's right there, talking. There you go. Cool. Alright, what time is it? 5 more minutes? And then we'll watch some spooky videos. What video do we want to watch? What creepy video? Should we watch some Really Haunted? I think that's a good idea. I think that is a wonderful idea. I love this channel. This is another series I like. Okay, sorry. I wanna revise my answer from the question from earlier about what is my favorite channel. I want to change to Really Haunted. I really enjoy that channel.
There you go, to Curtis. So earlier today, peeps, we had a question: what is your favorite YouTube channel to watch ghost stuff on? Curtis, of course, I think his first choice is probably Purgatory Adventures, but now he has added a new list, and it was Really Haunted. Curtis?
Really Haunted and Mine CTV are my tops, I think.
So there you go. There you go. Check those 2 channels out for some extra spooky paranormal stuff.
Who asked that question?
That was TT, but I don't think TT's here anymore.
Okay, well, yeah, Really Haunted and Mind Seed are my 2 favorites. So
Yeah, and TT was from Finland, so we went international tonight.
that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll throw this up. I don't know what this is, but we'll watch it. The 1st of November, 2022. This guy has had some crazy stuff happen to him.
Hey guys, hope you're all well. So, it's the 1st of November now. I've purposely not filmed for the last 4-5 nights, whatever it is, simply because it was around Halloween, and everything you read and what people say, it says that the veil thing's at its thinnest. So I just didn't want to risk it because it's already bad enough. So I literally just shut all the cameras off. Been having early nights, playing on computer with kid, sleeping with the headphones on still. The noise has been quite intense. I think it's down to not taking it on. I think it definitely pisses it off, but we just stuck to it really. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't film, because God knows what would have happened. It's already crazy.
This is what freaks me out about investigating is what happens if this happens, like what this guy is going through.
Starting.
I don't know if I could handle this. I mean, I would definitely be able to get rid of it a lot easier than this guy has been able to, but a lot of it I wonder if it's him kind of just putting on a show, for YouTube, but I don't know.
Yeah. That it's always like the exact same. It seemed with when we have the banging, or whenever the banging used to happen in the past, it was always kind of different, like they were knocking something different or doing something, but this is like the same sound. It's like I don't know, like a mechanical sound to me. Anyway, overnight I was lay in bed again, no cameras on. I was watching my phone. I was lay on my belly with my head that way, looking at.
Sorry, he's talking quite a bit. I'm gonna skip ahead here.
You probably watch me sleeping again if I fall asleep on couch. So thanks for watching, guys.
Oh, that's creepy. No, thank you. I'd be out. What is that? I can't tell if it's saying his name or if it's saying leave.
Stop a minute.
That's crazy. And it listens to him.
Just digging some questions out why it started.
Yeah, he's got some crazy stuff going on, that's for sure.
Lee.
These are pretty pointless.
Oh, and then a light turned on, okay.
Hello, who is it? Yeah, it's pointless having specific questions because it just gets off track really quick. Who is saying my name?
Oh, it is saying his name.
We are here for you.
What?
Still waiting for you.
Okay, tell me.
What is that? Like, what's saying that?
Because if that means you're waiting for me to submit to you, that's never going to happen. I think I've shown now that I'm not going to give up. And you really are, at this point, wasting your time. Unless you're going to speak proper, communicate proper, because all this cryptic stuff is rubbish, really. So tell me, answer my question. What are you waiting for?
Someone like you.
Someone like me?
Someone like him. I wonder what that means.
We want you to join us.
What?
You keep asking me to join you, but you won't tell me what for.
What is this device? So what I'm curious to know here is what device he's using to communicate, or is this some sort of Alexa device or something? That's what I'm curious to know
I was
here.
going to blindly say yes. I'd like a cry then.
Why would you say yes to that? No, you say no. Never give a spirit permission. Bad.
Answer me this. Is that thing what appears on the wall over there a portal? Is it something that gives you the ability to come into this house from a different
Craziness.
place?
Yes, from our world to yours.
What?
You see, so the questions I've got now are irrelevant because we're way off mark. So you admit that that's a portal, and I'm assuming, going off things that have happened in the house, that it goes straight to hell.
Hell is not a place. It's a creation of man.
I'm sure it said hell before, but that's new.
That's crazy. That is freaky. That gives me chills, man.
Okay, if hell isn't real, where does it come from then?
A different place. You will
Right.
understand soon.
We've definitely not had this before.
I wonder how much of this is like actual legit. Like, I'm very leery upon what he's using to talk to this device, to the spirit, and it could literally just be.
Off and on whenever you want.
He literally could just have a program to say stuff.
To do that.
I'm leery upon this, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, if that is true, what you're saying, make it appear.
Okay, you ended your stream.
Show me.
You can talk now, it's good. Oop.
Okay,
Hello?
what you saying, make it appear.
Okay, you ended your stream.
Oops, I forgot to take my mic off mute.
Okay.
There we
You can
go.
talk now, it's good.
Can you hear yourself?
I can't hear myself. The echo is real.
I've got so many buttons to keep track of here. Yeah, I did end my stream though. Looks like you're watching some good stuff though. Is that the oh, I forget what the channel is called now. Scary?
Really, really haunted.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I'm watching Really Haunted. He's making communication. I don't know like what he's using to make communication, but like this guy's had some crazy stuff happen in his house. Like he's had like literal stuff get thrown across his house and like just some wild stuff.
Yeah, well, from what I could see, like what you aren't clear what kind of device he's using, hey?
I have no idea what it is. I feel like it's just literally off his cell phone, like just Siri from his phone, and the spirit's literally like manipulating it to talk. So
Could be, you never know.
you never know. I'm gonna have it play in the background.
How powerful you are.
It's crazy though. Like I'm watching him and he's talking with it. I wonder if I can find the one where his couch got thrown.
That'll be a spooky one to watch.
Yeah, it was. I was watching on Nukes and I was just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I believe that you lied.
Hell is not. Did you hear the part where it said hell is not a place? It's a creation of man.
No, I didn't.
That's kind of
Trying
creepy.
to make me believe.
Yeah, it came through and said hell is not a place. It's a creation of man. That's
Something
crazy.
that isn't true,
Huh.
like usual.
That is
I've also
crazy.
noticed that you're trying to act nice, as if you're my friend.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet in my chat right now. Just me, I think, hanging out.
It's just quiet everywhere.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why. It's so
This
weird.
is
I'm wondering if it's the long weekend. Maybe people are traveling or
Traveling
something.
away, yeah. Was it
Yeah.
quiet on your end too?
and my family.
It was,
It
yeah.
didn't seem to be. Your chat seemed to be moving quite good.
So
Well, it was, but it was just the same couple of people who were having good conversation.
Oh yeah. I had
Yeah.
I had one person, two people show up tonight, so and talk.
portal's not showing.
Hey, well, that's okay. Sometimes
That's
if it's just one or two people with good conversation, then that's all you need.
That's true.
You don't have the
Yeah.
power
But now it's
to
quiet.
open
Now
it
it's very
or close
quiet.
it at will.
Spooky. This is where it gets spooky
So you're lying to
because the ghosts come out.
Yep.
Teehee,
Are you gonna stream for a while yet?
teehee,
I might.
teehee,
That's crazy. Just laughing at him now.
It does that when it's
teehee.
Where is the device even? Like, can you tell? Is it
I
on the
don't
table?
know. I think it's on the table in front of him.
You brought me Healy.
I think it's like Siri or something he's using.
Because of you I am here.
Is it
Yeah.
like an Ovilus or something?
Might be. It's because of you that I'm here. Yeah, because this guy played with the Ouija board, and that's why it's there. He literally summoned it there.
She belongs to me, not you.
Did you ever on Twitter? There was a guy who, I think this has been Moose Hole and it'll be a movie. But it was the Dear David series. Did you ever hear of that?
Yes, I have heard of that. Is that the one where David appeared in his sleep and said that you have to follow these 3 rules or whatever, and if you don't, you'll die or something like that? And then Dear David would appear in his sleep, and then he would ask, you can only ask 3 questions. That's what it was. You can only ask 3 questions. If you ask more than 3, then you die or something like that. Is that how it goes?
I don't remember. This was so long ago now, but I do remember there was something about sleep, but it was also seeing it in his apartment and outside of his apartment. And like he was getting weird. Like
this was on Nukes.
You would take pictures and see weird like figures in the pictures and stuff like that.
I know what you're talking about. I wonder if I can find the episode.
Yeah,
yes,
because
here it is. I found it right here. I got the Dear David on Nukes.
Yeah, because I remember following that guy on Twitter.
Man, that you go watch it. So that your audience has been asking for. I've already done one video about the supposedly true ghost story of Dear David.
Dear David, yeah.
Recently, everyone in the video comments has been asking for an update on what's been going on with the Dear David saga since the last video. Now,
this
if
is
you
on
haven't
Nukes.
watched the first video, I highly recommend that you go watch it so that you're caught up with the story. That video is linked in the description and also pinned in the comment below. If you don't want to do all of that, well, here's a quick synopsis of the story so far. New York City artist Adam Ellis began having nightmares about the ghost of a child with a misshapen head called Dear David. Soon, it seemed that the dreams might be a bit more than imagination, as strange things began to happen around Adam's apartment, and his cats basically began to freak out. When we ended the last video, Adam Ellis had just left for an early October trip to Japan.
Oh,
we pick up the story upon.
This is part 2. Where's part 1? Oh, here it is. Here's part 1. We'll watch part 1 instead of watching part 2.
Sounds good.
So this video is a bit different than the videos I usually post on this channel, but there's a very good reason for that. You see, last week while I was researching the top 5 ghost sightings video that I posted, I found a story that was really amazing.
Alright, Josh, you keep everyone
creepy
entertained.
videos and photos to go along with it. But it
Alright,
was just
peeps.
too big a
Curtis
story
is going to grab a drink.
confines of the
What's he
normal
going to
top 5
drink?
list.
Tell me.
Basically,
What are
this ghost
you
story
betting
needed
on?
and
I'm
deserved
guessing
a
he's going
video on its
to
own.
grab
So, I present to you the
something
supposedly true ghost
hot.
story
It's going to be a
of
hot
Dear David.
beverage. It is also
Adam
going
Ellis is a
to
successful
be
writer and illustrator.
something
you've probably
that
seen
you
some of his
could
webcomics on
drink.
BuzzFeed. Lately,
Not
Adam
just
has
out
been
of a
getting a lot
cup,
of attention
but
on Twitter
maybe
for something very
a
different.
bowl as well.
Adam claims that the ghost of a dead child
because
is
we all
haunting
know
his
that
Manhattan
most
apartment.
liquids can be
And he has
consumed
photos and
not out of
videos
just
to
cups,
back
but
it up.
bowls as well.
Now, before I begin this
Is he
story,
going to
let
get a
me
cup of soup?
reiterate that Adam
Probably
Ellis
not.
is a successful
My
writer
guess
and
is
illustrator.
I'm
He's
going
not
to
a YouTuber
revise
who needs to
my
fake
guess
Ghost
now and
Encounters
say it is
reviews,
probably
and he's
something
not a
that
Twitch
is
streamer.
cold.
Basically, he has no
Perhaps
connection or
a
vested
soda
interest
drink.
in the supernatural.
Maybe
In fact, when researching this story, I
rum
searched
and
his
Coke?
entire Twitter history
I
and
don't
found
know.
no serious mention
Curtis
of
drink on
ghosts
the
or the
streams? I don't know.
paranormal before he posted his story.
good.
So the story
Alright,
starts
I'm
on
back with
August
drinks.
7th, when Adam Ellis posted.
He's back with drinks, plural,
With a drink.
Apartment is
folks.
currently
With a
being
drink.
haunted by
Not
the
with a
ghost of a
drink.
dead
Well, maybe
child.
drinks, maybe.
And he's
What did you
trying
get?
to kill me.
I got some cranberry juice.
Now, Adam suffers
with
from
a
sleep
lot of vodka in
paralysis,
it. We're
a
good.
frightening condition where someone can wake up,
he is
unable to
drinking
move,
kinky.
but still
I,
have
actually
dreamlike,
drinking tonight.
sometimes
Definitely not
frightening
drinking.
visions
I
inside.
got
On one occasion,
I
Adam
said
says
that
that
you
he
were going
awoke
to
in a
get a
state
hot
of sleep
beverage,
paralysis to find a young
and then I
boy sitting in
revised
the
my
green rocking
gift
chair
to
at the
being
foot
a
of his
cold
bed.
beverage, but I
The
thought
boy had
I
a
said
large,
soda.
misshapen head with a
No,
bizarre
I'm not a
grin
soda drinker. I
on
don't
one
drink
side.
pop, so
Oh,
The boy
well, there
sat
you go.
watching him
No
for several
soda.
minutes,
once in a blue
then
moon I
rose
do.
and began to walk toward the bed. Adam says
Soda.
that he awoke screaming.
But yes,
right
this
before
is
boy
the Adam
reached the
Ellis
bedside.
guy.
Yeah.
I still follow him on
A few
Twitter.
nights later, Adam had a dream where he was sitting in a library.
Snoop
A
is
small
recapping
girl
it,
approached
like-
him and said,
Yeah.
Talking about the story,
"You've seen
yeah.
Dear David, haven't you? He's
That's
dead.
crazy. That's
He only
crazy.
appears at midnight, and you can ask him 2 questions if you say Dear David first. But never try to ask him a third
Spooky.
question, or he'll kill you." Adam awoke terrified. A few nights later, Adam Ellis had another frightening sleep paralysis experience with Dear David. Adam woke to find David sitting in the green rocking chair again, watching him sleep. Adam, following the instructions the little girl had given him in his dream, asked, "Dear David, how did you die?" David replied, "An accident in a store." Adam asks, "Dear David, what happened in the store?" David mumbles, "A shelf was pushed on my head." Forgetting the 2-question rule, Adam asks, "Who pushed the shelf?" But David doesn't answer. Adam asks again, "Who pushed the shelf?" But still, no answer. Adam says that at this point in the dream, he realized that he had broken the 2-question rule and woke up in a panic. After this, a few months went by without another encounter. Adam says he Googled accidents involving children named David or any similar name, but found nothing. Around this time, Adam moved into a larger apartment 1 floor above in the same building. He continued the story, tweeting, "Another month or 2 goes by, and I sort of forget about Dear David. I think he lost track of me because I moved upstairs. But lately, something strange is happening. For the past 4 nights, my cats gather at the front door at exactly midnight and just stare at it, almost like something is on the other side."
That's bizarre. They say cats are very sensitive, and like dogs and babies are very sensitive to this sort of stuff.
Yeah, but what's kind of takes away from all of this is knowing that he did sell this for, like, it was a story that he made up and sold it for a movie.
Really? So this
Yeah.
isn't even real then?
No.
Real? I didn't know that. This is an older video though, before that it probably ever happened. Like this came out and 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Uneasy, Adam went
Can't
to
believe
bed.
it's been that long.
But he says he
Wow.
could
Yeah,
still
that's
hear his
crazy,
cat
5
meowing
years.
at the door for hours.
5 freaking years.
so that means so
Next
him
week,
selling
Adam
it for a
Ellis purchased a
story.
Polaroid.
He probably didn't know this at the time of making this video, Nukes Out 5, that he sold this for a story.
No, probably not.
So that's why, yeah. Here.
Instant camera.
Yeah,
He started
there's
taking
actually a
random pictures
Wikipedia
around his
article about it
apartment
now that
when he noticed
says,
something
Dear
strange.
David is an upcoming
When he
American
took pictures of
supernatural
the brightly
thriller
lit hallway
film, a
outside his
film
apartment
directed
door,
by John
pictures on the
McPhail,
instant
based
camera
on
came out.
Adam Ellis's Twitter thread of the same name. It stars Augustus Peru as Ellis, with Justin Long and Andrea Bang in supporting roles. The film is the 3rd co-production between BuzzFeed Studios and Lionsgate Films.
I have a feeling it's gonna suck though.
Possibly.
Completely black,
I
even
wonder when
after
it's supposed to
multiple
come out.
tries.
Okay.
November 2021,
Now I'm gonna
BuzzFeed and Lionsgate acquired the rights to the story
Take
from
a
New
photo
Line Cinema.
of the hallway
crazy.
just to show you.
Production took place in Toronto and wrapped in December
What that's
2021. In January 2022, Justin Long.
I really want to get a Polaroid camera. That would be so cool that I did the investigation.
You can shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the first one has
You
already
can still get
developed.
those these days, right? Those are still.
You can, yeah. So
Yeah.
Polaroid, the company that actually makes, that still makes the old like Polaroid camera, like the first Polaroid cameras. that company makes a modernized version of the Polaroid camera. But what's happened is like all the internals is the same as it's always ever been, but like it's got like a fancy electronic display on it, and it's kind of it's like modernized, but it's got all the same mechanisms and stuff inside. So made by the same company of Polaroid, so from way back in the day.
Huh.
I almost got one, but I caught myself because I'm like, no, I'm not spending $300 on a Polaroid camera because the refills almost cost as much as the camera.
Jeez.
So I was like, yeah, no thank you, I'm gonna pass on that. So I gotta find another cheaper option.
No kidding.
Let's see what this one does.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Polaroid website right now.
Yeah, if you look, they're actually really cool. I just wish the refills didn't cost as much as the damn camera did.
It's gonna take a minute.
Joy, 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 hey?
Oh yes, joy of stuff you want but can't afford.
No kidding.
So
Such is
So I
life.
don't know.
Adam even tried moving back, hoping that from a different angle more light would be visible from the hallway.
Did you
But
cut your camera
no such
feed?
luck.
nope, I
It
should
had
be
now
still
been
going.
months since his last dream of
I
Dear
just see a
David.
black screen
But
now.
that night,
Really?
Adam Ellis had another
Oh, there we go. I
nightmare.
refreshed it.
He
so
dreamed
now
that
it's
David
back.
was dragging him by the arm through an old abandoned warehouse.
That's
He woke
creepy.
up with a strange bruise on his wrist.
Polaroid.
Adam dismissed the dream,
Something doesn't
saying, maybe
want
I
you to be
injured myself the day
seen."
before
Just
and my
kidding.
arm was hurting during the night, which manifested as a dream. There could be a totally logical explanation for it.
I gotta fix
A few
that
days
and
later,
adjust my
Adam began receiving
subscriber
strange
count.
calls on his cell phone.
Did you get a
There
new
was
one?
no caller
I got
ID.
no one
He didn't
left.
answer,
Oh.
assuming it was
We're
a
going backwards
telemarketer
now.
or some other
I hate when
unwanted
that
call.
happens.
I hate when that happens too.
But eventually he did answer the phone, and immediately wished that he hadn't.
And it's
Adam
weird.
says
It
that he
makes me
heard
wonder,
breathing.
like, why did you unsubscribe? You know, like the 100 questions goes through your mind. Like, was it me? Did I do something wrong? Why
Yeah,
did this
there-
happen? You know?
I remember when I hit 10,000 on TikTok, I was watching and I went up to 10,000 and then literally like 10 seconds later it dropped back down to 99.99 and then a minute later it went back up to 10,000 and then it went to 10.02 and then I was like, oh, finally.
And then you sit there and wonder, like, what did I do? Why is
Yes.
this happening? Why is this happening? Why is it sending me to this account? Oh, I clicked Twitch instead of YouTube. Haha.
Twitch.
Twitch. My Twitch days, good times.
Good old Twitch.
I never want to go back to that. I really do hate streaming though. You have to be a NASA engineer to do it. You know,
My son wants to stream and stuff, but
it's hard. It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
I did it when I was like 15 or 16 or something, like 17 I think I started doing it. And it is really hard to do, I must say. Very hard. I struggled with it. You know what's even harder than Twitch streaming? Trying to Twitch stream VR. That is hard to do. You gotta be a NASA engineer, mechanic to even remotely do that. I did it for a while and I was pretty good at it, but it was a
Well,
lot of
that's-
work.
good to know. I'll prepare for that.
You got a VR?
No, I don't even have any gaming systems anymore. That's not true. I have a Super Nintendo, but I don't have a TV that it works on.
Oh yeah.
And then I have a PS3. And then just before the pandemic, we're like, oh, we should get a PlayStation 4. And then our feet, and then of course
Oh.
couldn't find any. And then we've also wanted to get a PS5, but we haven't been able to find any. And then when I did finally
craziness.
find a PS5, Walmart had some, and I was like, should I buy it? But it came as a bundle, and I don't even remember what the game was that it came with. And I was like, I don't think anybody in my family would play this game, so I don't want to spend all the extra money to buy this game that nobody would play.
I was given a VR headset and I love it. It's so cool. I gotta set it up in my new, because I moved and I gotta set it up. But I love it. It's amazing. It's the coolest thing ever, but it's a lot of work. It's like the best workout you'll ever get in your life. Like if you're a
Yeah.
video gamer, like if you love video gaming, it's amazing because you can sit there, get your exercise, and have like a ton of fun doing it. So.
Yeah, there in Saskatoon there used to be, I forget what it was called, but there was a VR arcade. And my buddies and I went there a few times, and they had like each room had their own dedicated system, and then you could link together. So we were playing, it was Arizona Sunrise, is that the name of it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yep.
Yeah, and that was always a blast. And we had to be careful though, because like I've seen videos of like VR rooms that have a special, I don't know, it looks like a dish you're standing on that allows you to walk and run and everything.
Oh yeah.
And this place didn't have that. It was just the floor. So every so often, somebody would come in the room and say, "Oh, you might want to, you know, back up a little bit because you're getting too close to the wall or whatever." But yeah, it was a lot of fun the few times that I tried it.
Craziness.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna end my stream. It's so quiet in chat, I can almost hear the crickets. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and yeah, we can continue talking though for a bit in Discord. So for those of you that have stayed around till the end, if there is anyone here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We will see you guys next location, I guess, which would be Duck Lake. So keep your eyes out for that. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.